Hey everyone, it's Chrissy and Tanner from Common Sense Education. We're just exploring a new vibe today. How do you feel about this?
Feel like I'm in a bathroom in a restaurant that it's too expensive for my
We're in
my
the Cheesecake
budget.
Factory.
Yeah, possibly.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Enough of that. Well, hello. Welcome back. As you know, we are here every Tuesday. We're here for you every Tuesday. We're from Common Sense Education, and we want to tell you about tools that might be useful for you to help you in your life as an educator. So today, Tanner has something pretty epic to share with us. Tanner, what is it?
I don't know that we're talking epic here. Let's not oversell
Not the
it.
real epic, not the epic library, kids library. No, something else.
This is a tool by Microsoft that I didn't know existed until a couple weeks ago, and I'm surprised I didn't know it existed. But Microsoft has a whiteboard tool, like you might be familiar with Google's whiteboard tool called Jamboard, which is getting a lot of use, one of our most popular reviews. But Microsoft also has a whiteboard tool. Like Jamboard, it's completely free. It's available on the web as well as a variety of different app-based platforms. So it's very accessible, just like Jamboard. And for those of you in the kind of Office 365 environment, you may already be familiar with it. Or if not, it's worth checking out. It got only 3 stars for us, but that's still a pretty good rating. And I think it is recommendable under certain circumstances. One of the things I like best about it is it's incredibly simple. It is not an overcomplicated whiteboard. We did talk about Miro in the past, and I might link that video at the end of this video so you can go check that one out. That one has tons and tons of features. This is a much simpler layout. You can see here there's your typical pen types. It has a nice little arrow tool. And if you click on any of these, you get your different options, including a nice little rainbow.
You gotta have, different colors.
So it's, and it's got a highlighting tool, got your little eraser, your lasso. You can add text. Here you go.
Oh, hello.
And it has some other nice little things like bring front to back arrangement. You can duplicate. It also has an accessibility feature here for screen readers where you can add alt text to describe the types of things on your whiteboard. Has emojis, although you see these in tools like Miro, and they're generally for like collaboration. If there are multiple users in there, you can kind of upvote topics and that sort of thing. But from what I can tell, there really isn't any collaboration quite yet in Microsoft Whiteboard, but still it has these if you want to add a little visual flair. Or if you're facilitating, you're projecting your whiteboard and teaching a lesson, you could maybe use those. Has your shapes tools, sticky notes, and you can also upload images and place them on here. But here's the real standout for me is, this is a pretty basic whiteboard, but it does have some cool templates. Here's a KWL chart you can blast in there. It's an infinite canvas, so you can go in and out. One thing that bothers me a little bit is you cannot, as far as I can tell, resize the whole thing. You've got to, so like you can move in and out. I kind of was finding myself wanting to resize some of these elements though as like a whole, but instead you got to zoom in the infinite canvas, and then if you want this, you got to bring this up to kind of as I was playing around, I was finding the sizing to be a little bit of a sticking point. But these templates are really handy, I found. They're pretty great, and they seem,
KWL is definitely educator focused, so
there's a whole learning section, which is great. But I think some of these other ones, you may want to start your classroom off with a game. So they got some, 2 truths, 1 lie, choose your favorite, these other things, mad, sad, glad, classic thing you could use in an education scenario.
Classic.
So there's some great stuff buried in this template thing here. And I just found this to be, sometimes you don't want the Miros. You don't want something, especially if you're going to have students working on this, you don't want something that's going to like confuse them, overcomplicate them, get them diving into these feature sets that you're getting a ton of questions and you're never getting to the actual lesson.
Or they get lost in all those features, like all the animations or all the whatever.
Yeah, and they're doing something you have no idea how they're doing it.
Yes.
And you can't help.
That too.
And so this one really has a good stripped down set of features, and you can create a link to share that out. So if you have students in a classroom creating something, they can share the link, send it to you, and you've got their work. And that's Microsoft Whiteboard. This is kind of why I like it. Is it's pretty quick, easy to explain, highly functional, totally free. What's not to love? Come on.
Yeah. Just pick it up, use it, put it back like a wooden spoon.
Yeah, yes. That should have been the one-liner.
Microsoft Whiteboard, like a wooden spoon. That's a freebie. That's just from me to you, Microsoft. Yes. And just like Microsoft Whiteboard, we are here to give you wooden spoons every Tuesday that might be useful for you. So thanks for joining us. Tell your friends, like, subscribe, etc. And
there goes the background.
And there goes the background. But here comes the bumper. You're doing great. See you next week.